Hello, my inspirational family, Inspirational Tuesday. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited to bring you in and to say to you, it is a glorious time to be here with the Lord and to know His goodness and what He is doing for us and through us. Just amazing. And we have entered into the new year, the Hebrew New Year, 5783. And those of you that love numbers, the breaking down of those numbers is just phenomenal because five, as you know, is the number of grace, and seven is a complete number. Eight is new beginning and the sign of infinity, and then three is another perfect number, and it's the God. And when you combine all that, we're stepping into a supernatural year. Like when isn't it a supernatural year? But it is going to be just a fun time hearing the voice of God, obeying the voice of God, doing what He's called us to do, and walking in the fulfillment of who He says we are. And so I'm just grateful that as you're coming on, it is our Inspirational Tuesday. And as you're coming on, let me know where you are coming on from, where you're watching from, and how Inspiration Tuesday has been impacting you. I know people always find us for the first time. And so I am so grateful and so thankful for that. I'm going to start by telling you that the theme for today is entrepreneurs. As we're stepping into this new season, let's just jump out the box as so many did through COVID. They said, we're not coming back to work. We're going to start our own business. And what does that look like? Do you have the characteristics for that? Let's ask some of these questions. Do you know what is your economy? What you are good at? What gap do you fill in the marketplace around you? Oh, let's think about that. If you had to step out, what would you step out to do? And if you did, can you fill a gap? Have you done enough research to say, okay, Lord, help me fill this gap. I know what it is I can do. Help me fill this gap. So we're gonna think like that today. Let's see if we can inspire you to be this person that God has called you to be and fulfill this task, this mandate that is upon your life. Genesis chapter 2, verse 5 to 6. Those of you that know us know that we love our Genesis original intent, right? Original intent. There was no plants or grain sprouting up across the earth at first, for the Lord God hadn't sent any rain, nor was there anyone to farm the soil. However, water welled up from the ground at certain places and flowed across the land. That is called the dew, that morning dew that happens at night as it condenses, and then in the morning it just spreads like a nice mist across the land. I've experienced that first thing in the morning, heading for school and running across wet grass and feeling that flow. It's not coming down from above, it's rising from the ground. So let me ask you this question. What qualities do you possess that is getting you ready to step into what God has put in your heart as an entrepreneur? When we think of ministry, many times we never think of ministry as a business. We always think of it as a non-profit. That's if you're a church, but if you're a ministry or you're an organization, you have to think of it not only as a non-profit in status, but you have to think of it as a profit to be able to give back to the community, to pay your staff, to even to pay yourself. That's something many entrepreneurs neglect to do, is pay themselves. And so the challenge is that you're looking at the market. Where do you fit in? You're looking at your niche. You are a church, you're a corporation, you take in funds, and then God challenges you to be that blessing to others. Remember, we talked about that, be that blessing to others. You are blessed to be a blessing. So who are you going to be a blessing to? And then there is that constant overflow that keeps coming in that lets you know this is what God is saying and wants you to do. I want you to hear this statistic. I usually do this statistic, and I do just for women, but I'm going to step out the box and do this general for everybody. I looked up the statistics for entrepreneurs, and there's statistics you need to know. It says in 2022, and this is from the Small Business Genius is where I'm getting this information from. Small businesses and ambitious entrepreneurs are at the heart of every industry. Not only do they immensely contribute to the overall revenue of a country, but they also have a beneficial effect on the workers themselves. Employees who decide to make the switch and become independent employers feel more fulfilled and motivated at work. There are a lot of inspirational entrepreneur statistics out there that shows the US is still the best place in the world to become your own boss and start something new. So just hearing that, my usual person that's on that helps me is not on today. She'll probably come on a little later, but I'll remember to put that in the comment. It's from the smallbizgenius.net. So what are the qualities? You see around you there is soil. You see around you that there are grains and plants that are sprouting up. So you see around you, let's translate that to today. You see around you an emerging market. You see things that are beginning to spring up. Many of you have stepped into the digital marketing of finance. Many of you have opened up your own, and you're on Shopify. You're doing various things that get the word out about who you are and what your product is. So important what your product is. And as you're doing this, God is stirring you in your heart to keep expanding and increasing your sphere of influence. And as you do that, you're seeing that you are being, what's the word, enlarged. You're being encouraged, you're being inspired because people are finding you. You're getting the word out about who and what you are and what you do. And while you're doing that, the earth hasn't yielded yet. There's the water, but it hasn't yielded yet because you're not in place. Once you get in place, if you look at original intent, God made the garden. He separated the waters from the firmaments. He put the day and the night, set things in order, set order, right? Genesis 1, light, the firmaments, the separation, the fish of the sea, the fowl of the air, and then the herbs and growing plants, right? But they didn't yield harvest until the person who could take care of it was in place. God is showing you various things, but it hasn't started yielding yet because you're not in place. You don't have the infrastructure. And it's great to be among people that will inspire you, see what you are working towards, see what is in your heart, and then help you. Be open to receive instructions for where you are headed. And your environment tells you the potential of your success. I'm going to say it to you again. Your environment tells you the potential of your success. Number two, what do you see around you that needs your skill? As you see things sprouting up, what can you contribute? How can you contribute? What can you do to improve that particular area, that particular skill that you possess that is unique to you? I'm going to say that to you again. That is unique to you that you can release. Hello, Miss Deborah. Thank you that you can release, because that is the challenge that God is giving to all of us. He is making sure that we understand in this season of the new, in this season of the new year. Hello, North Carolina. I'm coming to you very soon to look out for the details. When God starts to create that ability to see and the ability to know what is in the marketplace and how you are to be helpful in that marketplace, it is amazing what begins to open up to you. Shalom, my Twyla. And so again, what do you see around you that need your skill? What do you see around you that will not only need your skill, but pull you up to an even greater level, expand your capacity of knowledge and understanding, that you are not just being skillful in your own set of skills, but you are perfecting your skill by honing in on what others how others can add to you. That's so important. How others can add to you. Hello, SG. And so we're talking today. Today's all about entrepreneurs, stirring up that spirit of excelling, stirring up that spirit of networking. Entrepreneurs network. We have this wonderful ability to create a team virtually. It's all about virtual right now. Yes, expanding and perfecting. I'm glad you're getting this. I'm glad you're getting this. Oh, lovely. Watching from Nairobi. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Expanding and perfecting. Yes, Nicole. And so it is so important that you understand where God is placing you, where God is getting you. I want to say fit in, but at the same time, not fitting in. You're setting the standard. Entrepreneurs, one of the characteristics that you have, whether it's ministry, whether it's business, you're able to see the future. You're able to see ahead and then begin to either nurture yourself or the people around you to step into that new. And that's so important that you understand that vision of heart that God is giving you. So let's talk about what are the characteristics of an entrepreneur. A definition is a person who organizes and operates a business or businesses, taking on greater than normal financial risk in order to do so. Many entrepreneurs see potential in the marketplace. You know, again, Genesis, we just looked at Genesis chapter 2, verse 5 to 6. At one point there's no plants, there's no opportunities. At one point there's absolutely nothing around you. And if you can't see things sprouting up, God puts that ability to see sprouting up in you, the ability to create. I love gardening. I love that season. Springtime is one of my favorite times of the year because I get out, I till the ground. Yes, I till the ground, and then I put seeds in. I clean. Sometimes I have to clean the area. I remember one year my land space was just full of fire ants, so I had to put down the things that kill the fire ants without getting bitten, and then once it was done, clean up the land and put in fertilizer and make it ready for the plants. And sometimes there's nothing there, there's nothing to see, but God gives you the ability to begin to nurture the environment and get it ready for your contribution, your evidence of things to come. Those of you that are creators, you create t-shirts, you create programs. Sometimes it's just in your head until you sit down, you begin to create it. And then when others see it, they go, yep, I know how I can use that. I know who to get you in touch with. And then we begin to network. So understand that the characteristics is a person who organizes and operates a business or businesses, taking greater than the normal financial risk. I'm telling you, most billionaires, and that's been the statistics for decades, most billionaires are self-made. It's not inherited wealth. It is the majority, especially in today's market, are all self-made. They saw an opportunity and stepped in. They learned, they honed their skill. They had a little bit of skill, a little bit of knowledge. Let's say like this. They had a little bit of knowledge, and then they honed in on that knowledge. They did training. They asked questions. They sat with people. They got into master classes. They found a coach and got into this understanding of who they are and what skill set they have that can be taken to the next level. You must, if I can say anything to you in this season, you've sown your seeds for your future, invest in your future, invest in yourself, invest in knowledge. Knowledge is going to increase you in these days ahead because technology is constantly changing. It's constantly being upgraded. The word is upgrade. My staff love telling me about upgrade. My children used to love telling me about upgrade. You have a computer, oh mom, it's time to upgrade. You've got a phone, it's time to upgrade. You've got systems in your in place, and you will get that little notification. It's time to upgrade. God is challenging us as a body. Hello, my son in Nigel. God is challenging us as a body to understand the marketplace that we're in. Why am I speaking to you like this? Because feast time gets us acclimated for the new. It gets us hungry for the new. It gets us expectant about our future. And right now, the marketplace is ready to receive you if you have the courage and the skill set to step out. Hello, Miss Sheila. Thank you. I've been waiting for you to come on, my love. Waiting for you. I know Dr. Rennie has you, but thank you. And so that's number 3. Number 4 is, how do I start the process? Find what is springing up around you and become the solution. Those of you that have been in our Mega Women Conference, one of the things I love to highlight is people are always in problems. People always have problems. Become the solution. Become the vital part that they need. Become the necessity that they need. And when you do that, you become, what's the word I'm looking for? Profitable, because you are needed. And we're getting to this stage right across the board that people will pay you for your knowledge. People will pay you if you have the ability. Hello, Angela. I'm going to be calling you later. People will pay you because you have the ability to bring success. You have the ability to bring the solution. You have the ability to move them from panic to secure in what God is saying. Yes, very profound. I love talking about entrepreneurs, SJ. You're brand new to me. I love talking about entrepreneurs. I love talking about the mega mindset that comes when you understand what God has put inside of you. And then you've got to nurture that by keeping people around who can speak to your now. Even when you're uncertain about what your now looks like, you hear maybe just one word I've said, maybe just one sentence I've said, and it just sparks knowledge and understanding inside of you. So again, I want to remind you, Genesis chapter 2, verses 5-6, there were no plants, no sprouting of grain in the ground or across the earth at first. For the Lord hadn't sent any rain, nor was there anyone to farm the soil. I want to tell you, potential is all around you, and others can't see it yet, and others may be seeing different things. Don't worry about that. Ask God to show you, get you ready and to have you in the right place, so that as things start to sprout, you know what it's sprouting for. You know what it can be used for. You know how it's to be used. You know how it's to be marketed. You have a community that you can begin to use your skill, and then as you grow in that confidence, it advances. I want to tell you again and remind you, we are stepping into the season of the new. It's the new year in the Hebrew calendar. We've finished the feast, and those of you that have been given in feast time, and you've given the glory seed, Dr. Rennie will be calling you and speaking that word of blessing over you. Some of you that will come on and maybe see this afterwards say, I didn't know about the feast, but I would love to still give. Yes, you can go to rmm.global/our giving tab, and there's all the various ways to give right there that you can still give in to this time of the feast. This is the high holy days, and we understand that God shifts things on our behalf. There's so many young people that are becoming entrepreneurs. They're not going back into the marketplace of corporate America. They are seeking the private business world, and that's the entrepreneurship. And I just challenge you, yes, I just challenge you right now to ask God to shift your mind, to shift your mindset, to let you see what is sprouting up around you, what is springing up around you, and that you be effective, you be the solution, you be the profitable resource that he can use you for and use you greatly. Again, I want to emphasize, you've been blessed, now become the blessing. Give back in various ways. Let God put it on your heart how to give back, how to help your community. Be one that your community knows who you are. And I'm so grateful for you all joining me here on Inspiration Tuesday. It is always a pleasure to speak into your lives and to read your comments. Those of you that come back afterwards, it's lovely to read your comments. Those of you that are brand new to me, Nairobi is on, Australia is on. I didn't see my UK buddies on this time round, but I know they'll come back on watch. But thank you all. Every Tuesday at 2 o'clock, I'm here for Inspirational Tuesday, inspiring you. And in this month of the challenge right now is to know the profitability that the profitability that you can acquire, and then to spring up into what God is calling you to do. Yes, I love that, Miss Sheila. I love that. What's springing up around you that you can help them. Yes, something is sprouting. Not everybody sees what is sprouting, but God, I pray, give you the eyes to see what is sprouting in your community, in your environment. What's in you that can draw others in? What can you do that opens the door for others to know their creativity? Oh, that is good right there. That is good right there. God bless you. Have a wonderful time. And the area that I took these notes from about entrepreneurship is smallbiz, B-I-Z, genius.net. I'll definitely put that in for you all to take a look at. But so grateful to God for what he is saying and doing in and through you all. Stay connected with me. God bless you and have a wonderful week.